Well, hey there. I'm back. And looking red. Well, y'all, I'm sorry I was not around for the last couple of days. It was kind of hard for me to not make videos because I started the channel and kind of got into a habit of having one every single day since I started the channel, and I didn't really want to break that streak. But I did get up to, I guess, like 201 or 202. I don't remember what my last video was. But I kind of just needed to not make a video for a couple of days. I just was not, I didn't have really a whole lot to say, for one. Plus, I was just kind of not really feeling like, I felt like talking or anything. I just had a couple of days where I just kind of needed to do something else. And I mean, I thought I was going to put up a video yesterday. And I had something I was going to show you and everything, but it was like the whole day went by and it didn't happen. Not that it's a big deal. I ordered myself a new shelf thing for my coffee maker and all of that because the one that I had was rusting pretty badly on the side that's closest to the sink. And I was cleaning it the other day, and I was looking at it going, just order a new one because this is really getting rusted out kind of bad. And I was afraid that it was just going to continue to deteriorate and then possibly just crumble or something if it stayed there getting wet all the time, because that's where I'm doing my dishes and everything. So I ordered another one exactly like it, but I'm still using the other one. So I'm going to turn this around and I'm going to show you what I was going to show you yesterday, but I waited all day long for Flash because it was out for delivery early in the morning. And so I thought, okay, well, I'm going to wait to do certain things during the day, until after that comes because it would just make more sense and all of this. Well, the whole day went by, and it was like 6:30 last night when my phone rang, and they were like, oh, we'll deliver tomorrow. And I'm like, tomorrow? They didn't know where I lived. It was some other person, I guess, delivering for Flash that wasn't even in a typical Flash uniform or vehicle or whatever. Anyway, I finally was able to tell them where I was, and they were just right up the street. So it was like, I went and stood in the street, and they saw me, and then they finally delivered it last night. So by the time all that was done and everything, and I got things kind of cleaned up and stuff, I was just like, oh, God, I'm just not in the mood now to make a video. I'm not really prepared. So I'm making it now. So I'm going to turn this around, and I'll just show you, what it looks like. All right, so this is it. And I really like this. I mean, that's why I wanted to order a second one, the same thing as what I had before, because I really like it. It works well for what I need it for. And so, I'm really glad to have it. But the side over here where, it's like, this is my sink where I'm washing dishes all the time and water's always splashing up over here and everything. And I put my soap in and out of there. So this is always getting wet. And yeah, the same thing's probably going to happen with this one, but, hopefully it will be a little while. And these are not expensive, these little shelf things. But anyway, all of this was just really rusted out. So I was just like, get a new one. So now I've got a new one, but I put the other one over here. Because I thought, well, I can still use this. Because before I had my, all of this stuff here, all my coffee stuff and everything was, oh, hello. All of this stuff was just sitting on top of the microwave, which was fine. And it, did let me utilize the mirror a little bit better. But I'm really not worried about that because I've got plenty of mirrors and I don't really use this mirror that much. So it's no big deal. But anyway, now things I think look a little neater and more tidy. So I'm really glad. And I don't know if I can turn this around. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. See all that rust on this thing over here? I mean, you know, oh, sorry. That's down, you know, the rust is down there and it's up in here and everything. It was just awful. But at least over here, you know, you don't really see that. So, you know, it's still fine. Because I really like it. You know, I really like this. And I think it looks kind of nice. I'm running out of space over here. I think it looks kind of nice to have that there and then have one here. You know, I think it looks kind of balanced or something. I don't know. I like it. And over here are my little aprons. I have 2 identical aprons for when I do my gardening stuff. So, anyway, so yeah, I wasn't really planning on doing like a house tour because I'm not going in the front room. I don't have a light on in there, but this is how I switch things around. I used to have the head of my bed used to be over there. Sorry, it's wanting to focus. The head of my bed used to be over there, you know, and it came out here, and then there was like a, pardon me, a vanity thing over here and stuff, you know. But I switched that around and put the head of the bed over here now and put my laptop in the corner because I wanted to open this space up for my table and chair because all of this was like crammed over here, and like when I would go to open the refrigerator, it was always in the way. You know, it's like everything would be in the way because everything was just jumbled up. So I put the vanity in the other room and, you know, just move these things around. I have that open because the window is open. Oh, you can see my fountain, my LED lights out there on my fountain. You can kind of see it a little bit through the dirty screen. And then there's my lights on my other thing. But anyway, so yeah, that's how I've got it set up right now. And so I'm going to turn this back around and talk to you normal. All right, hopefully the fan isn't blowing into the microphone too much or anything over here. See, I got my little fireplace thing going so my laptop doesn't shut off. So anyway, I'm going to like update you on what's been going on. So I was talking about before that I know I sound crazy because I wanted a pair of roller skates. Man, I can't tell you how many people, older people over 50, like me, roller skate like regularly. They do it, and there's tons of videos on YouTube for roller skating. There's like all kinds of things like beginners lessons and all kinds of stuff, and I've been binge watching a lot of these videos. I found this one channel that I really like. This girl, her name's Katie, and her channel name is Skatey. And she's got some really great videos. She's got a great personality. You ought to check her out if you're interested in watching any kind of roller skating stuff. I really like her. So I've been watching a ton of her videos because she gives a lot of beginners tips and stuff. Even though I skated all the time when I was a kid, I'm learning a ton because it's been decades since I've put on a pair of roller skates, and so I'm actually learning a lot that I never knew as a kid. You know, I mean, when I was a kid, I would just put on my skates and I would just go skate. You know, it's like I didn't really know anything. I just did it, you know, but I'm actually learning that there's a lot of stuff. I know that fan's blowing into this microphone, I bet. All right, I'm going to move over. Trying to move so I don't have a bunch of shadows and crap. But anyway, so I'm learning that there's a lot more to it, and especially, you know, being an adult, I want to be very careful and safe, you know, because, you know, as we get older, you know, there's a lot more risks involved when you do athletic type things. But I was researching it, and according to the things I was reading, skating is like one of the best ways to remain healthy and stay in shape, you know, physically in good health, you know, not necessarily that you're going to, you know, look like an athlete or something, you know, but whatever. Anyway, it's supposed to be really good for you, and especially older people, if you are physically able to do it. I mean, they did stress, you know, that you need to be physically able to do it, which I feel like I am. I mean, I'm going to definitely probably need to do some strengthening exercises and things like that. I'm going to have to work on some things for sure. But I want to do this so bad. I have wanted to for so long, and I am dead serious about it. Not only did I order the skates, which thankfully, finally today, they finally shipped it. It's coming from China, so it's going to be a while. But that's why I'm watching all these videos. I'm trying to get as much information and learn as much as I can while I'm waiting for the skates. I've also ordered myself a helmet, wrist guards, wrist pads, you know, the things, knee pads, and elbow pads. I'm going to have the, sorry, I'm hitting the thing. I'm going to have the whole gear. I'm going to have it all, because even though my plan is to start out skating right here in the house, which I thought was kind of crazy, but there's a ton of videos on skating in your house. It's actually not so crazy, and it's actually quite common, apparently. So that's where I'm going to be starting out, because I literally have not skated since, I think, high school was the last time I went roller skating, which was a long time ago, in the 80s. So, yeah, it's been a long time since I've done it. And so I've got this area in here in the kitchen, bedroom area that is, you know, if I move this thing here, let me turn that around. If I move this and this out of the way, and if I clear this area right in here, I've got that floor space that I can practice, you know, beginner stuff, you know, practicing starting and stopping and, you know, things like that, and kind of get comfortable with it for a while. You know, and at some point, maybe I will actually feel like going outside and trying it somewhere else, which I'm really hoping, because not too far, I mean, literally right up the street from me is a big area. It's like a concrete area that has like this really old workout equipment. I may have mentioned this in my other video. It's been a couple of days, so I don't remember. So, but anyway, this area up the road is a big open concrete area, and I've ridden my bike around up in there, and so I know kind of what it's like. And it's not a high traffic area or anything. There's a neighborhood behind there, so occasionally, you know, scooters or cars will go up through there to go back in that neighborhood. But it's a pretty big space, and I may go up there and try and skate once I've gotten comfortable, you know. But I'm wearing all that gear even inside my house. That's why I'm getting it, because it doesn't matter where you are. If you fall, you know, it's going to be bad. So I want to be prepared. And that's the other thing I'm learning. You know, they're telling you how to fall, and, you know, you can practice falling and getting up and things like that. So who knows, y'all? I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm hoping the skates fit. I'm still not sure about that, because the sizing on the thing was like really weird. But I'm hoping they fit. And I did the currency conversion. Hang on a second. Let me look at it again, because I want to see. I want to tell you right. Currency conversion for everything that I've bought. The skates, the helmet, all of the wrist, knee pads, you know, all that stuff. All together with shipping and including tips, because I will be tipping the various people that are delivering these things, including all of that. I've only spent roughly $39.89 for all of that. So that's not bad. That's not bad. I don't feel guilty at all about spending the money on this stuff, because it's something I really, really want. I'm so excited about it. Oh my God. I can't even tell you. So yeah, that's the main thing I was going to talk about. The other thing I was going to mention was this morning I left out of here because I needed to go on errands, and it was actually overcast and it was kind of nice out. So I thought, this would probably be a good time to go take care of my internet bill that once again was wrong. It's like last month when I did not receive my bill at all, I had to go to the place to pay it. And I told them, I'm like, I never got my bill, so I need to pay it. So they printed out a thing, copy of it and whatever to show that I had paid. But then this time when I got my bill, it was last month's bill. And so I had to go back up there again. So I went up there to pay that bill, which luckily I took care of that. And then I decided, since it was so nice out, I was just going to keep on going, and went on into that far end of town and went back over the pier area, that bridge that I did a video where I was out at the pier. Because I thought, all right, I'm already down here. Let's go see if that 5-star chicken place is open. And I couldn't believe it. It actually was. And the girl, that sweet girl that used to wait on me all the time up here, when it was up here close to my house, she was working, and she was excited to see me, and I was excited to see her. So I got me some 5-star chicken, and then I left there and was headed back, and I looked over and I'm like, I think this is a plant store. So I decided I was going to stop and just look around. So I started to look, and I realized that this lady actually sells a lot of the aquatic plants, like water lilies and things like that, because I had been wanting ever since I built my little fountain thing out here. I've wanted to have some plants in there, that are water plants. But I didn't see none of the plant stores I've gone to sold them, but this lady actually sold them. So the stuff I've had in there were fake. I had that little fake flower thing, which is still in there. And I had these other little fake flowers. But anyway, she had a thing of like these, I'm not going to try to say the name. It was a name that I cannot pronounce. Anyway, they're water lily type things. There's no flowers or anything. They're just green. They look kind of like a kidney bean or something, the shapes of them. Anyway, they're really pretty. So I got that because it was not expensive. And so I brought that home with me. And I've got it out there, but I need to figure out whether I'm supposed to leave it. I was trying to research some stuff, and it was kind of confusing. Never really got a full, clear answer. Poppy, don't you jump up there. If you hear a crash or something, it's going to be Poppy doing something he shouldn't be. It's because there is this little teeny tiny gecko, a baby gecko, up near the ceiling. Oh, God. Hang on, y'all. I better go stop this before it goes any further. Hang on just a second. Okay, sorry about that. So anyway, I'm not sure whether I'm supposed to leave it in that little pot thing that it was in with these rocks and soil and stuff or not. Because as soon as I set it down in my fountain, all of that soil and dirt and stuff from inside there just completely filled up my fountain. So it's really dirty now. And I don't know if I'm supposed to leave it in that or if I'm supposed to take them out and let them just float freely in the water. I was researching all this stuff, but it was I kept getting conflicting answers. So I'm not sure about it, but I'm going to try to figure that out. I'm going to talk with my landlady, because she's actually got a big thing up there by her place that has floating things similar to this in it. So, maybe she can help me to figure out how to do it. But I'm excited to have some real stuff in there. But I don't know if my little frog friend might end up in there, because he might. He might find that and go, ooh, this is even better than that plant. I don't know. So who knows? We'll see. But, and the other thing, real quick, I couldn't believe it. I was sitting here today and I looked out the window and I was like, oh my God, my Nokian birds had actually flown up onto the bird feeder. They didn't eat. They just kind of flew up there and looked at it, and then they flew back up onto the gate, and then they just kind of sat there and they kept looking down at it. They were checking it out. Now, I don't know if they've eaten out of it. Maybe they have, and I just didn't see them. But at least they know it's there. They know the food is there now, so I'm going to be watching for that because I've been hoping that they would go and eat out of that thing. So anyway, so yeah, that's it. Now, I guess that's all I really have to talk about today. I've rambled on for quite a while, so I'm sure this is probably a lot longer than I'd planned on. But since I haven't talked to you for 2 days, I actually had something to talk about for a change. Yay! So anyway, I hope everybody's having a great week. Oh, and tomorrow is Friday, so I do plan to do my live stream tomorrow night. I'm going to be doing it at 7 p.m. my time. I will post it up on the community page. So if you're interested, go there and it'll be at the top. Just click on notify me if you want to be notified, and it'll show your time zone for when I'm going to do it. So anyway, it's a very casual thing. I hope you can come. I hope my usuals are there if you're watching. I hope y'all are my normal, regular friends that are there every week. I hope you're there. I'm not sure what we're going to do tomorrow night. I'll probably be in here again because I've had my umbrella put down for days. I have not had it up at all because we've had so much high winds and stuff. It just was pointless. So I don't know if I'll be out there. I'll probably just be in here again. But anyway, I hope y'all are having a great week. I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow. So have a good one, everybody, and I will see you later.